America is known for their muscle car. You know, big heavy cars making an absurd amount of horsepower and roasting their tires as far as they go. But when you think supercar, your mind automatically thinks European. You know, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti, pagani, the list goes on and on. But what happens when the crazy Americans actually try? What happens when they focus on making more than just an engine? How fast is the fastest American built supercars / muscle cars ever? So let's start this list off with the 1200 horsepower 4-door sleek muscle sedan. Sounds super American, right? Well, no, it really doesn't sound American. You see, this sounds American. This doesn't make a sound. Anyways, the Draco has 4 300 horsepower motors, one at each wheel, and combined it makes 1200 horsepower and 1600 Nm of torque. So yes, it might not sound American, but the power figures are sure impressive. Anyways, one of these will set you back $1.25 million, and it has a claimed top speed of 206 miles per hour or 331 kilometers per hour. Okay, so the next car is as American as you get, powered by a massive 8.4 litre naturally aspirated V10 that produces 645 horsepower and 815 Nm of torque. This is the Dodge Viper ACR Extreme. Now this car does have quite a high speed, but that's not the most impressive part of the car. The ACR with the Extreme Aero package produces more downforce than any other production car on the road, and at its top speed it produces 800 kilograms of downforce, or over 1600 pounds of downforce. The car produces so much downforce that sticks it to the ground that it can produce 1.5 lateral Gs in a corner. Truly an impressive American supercar. Anyways, the top speed sits at 208 miles per hour or 334 kilometers per hour. So not a huge jump over the Draco. Now on to a Challenger, and we all knew there would be a Challenger on this list. Powered by the insanely powerful 6.2 litre V8 supercharged Hemi motor, the engine makes 840 horsepower on race gas and just over 800 on normal pump fuel. Now, the Demon was known for being the fastest production car over a quarter mile, but that title has since been taken by an EV. Anyways, how fast can you go in a true muscle car with over 800 horsepower? Well, this thing tops out at 211 miles per hour. Not bad for a car that weighs over 2 tons. Now we have looked at the best Dodge has to offer, so let's go to Chef and the C7 ZR1. Yes, the C8 is out, but the C8 Z06 doesn't have any details on top speed yet, but the C7 was a monster in its own right. Powered by a 6.2 litre supercharged LT5 V8 motor, the ZR1 made a whopping 755 horsepower and 917 Nm of torque, whilst only weighing 1.6 ton. That power combined with a car that doesn't weigh the same as a moon means that the thing reached 60 in just 3 seconds, and she would go on to a top speed of 214 miles per hour or 344 kilometers per hour, so some crazy high speeds. Now we have looked at all the American giants except for one, so let's talk about the other one, Ford. Ford made a proper supercar, like mid-engine built for racing. And just like its granddad, the second gen GT did great at the 24 Hours of Le Mans race, claiming first and third place. Anyways, this thing isn't powered by a big V8 supercharged Ford motor. No, it's got an EcoBoost 3.5 litre V6 twin turbo engine. Now this small motor does deliver, however, making 660 horsepower and 750 Nm of torque. So how fast do you think is this EcoBoost? Well, she will go onto a top speed of 216 miles per hour or 348 kilometers per hour. This is a real supercar. Now from supercars to hypercars, and the Americans are crazy, so the next cars on the list are all muscle and they didn't care about anything else. And we're gonna start this list off with the Saleen S7. Now Saleen is known for tuning and building high power versions of the Mustang. Now this is what happens when a tuning company builds their own car. The Saleen S7 is powered by a 7 litre twin turbo Ford Windsor motor, pushing out 750 horsepower. Now this crazy special American hypercar has a top speed of 400 kilometers per hour or 248 miles per hour back in the early 2000s. Oh, and that's not even the top spec one. They also made an S7LM that made 1300 horsepower, but because of all of the extra aero, the top speed is actually lower. Now on to the top 2 cars on the list, and both of them are in the top 10, maybe even the top 5 fastest cars on the planet. First one, the Venom GT. Now, the idea behind the Venom is relatively simple. Take a small car, like the Lotus Elise, and give it enough power to pull a small country. And that's exactly what they did. The car only weighs 1.2 tons, but it produces 1200 horsepower. Now for the people that sucks at math, that means that the car has a power to weight ratio of 1000 horsepower per ton. This means that this scary little car would go on to a top speed of 260 miles per hour or 418 kilometers per hour. Now Hennessy, the company behind the Venom, is working on the F5, which I made an entire video on. And with that car they are aiming to break the 300 mile per hour mark. If you want to know more about this car, I'll link it at the top, or just go search on my channel for the Hennessy F5. And now for the last car on the list, and this car had quite a lot of controversy surrounding it back when they tried to break the world record. This is the SSC Tuatara. Now I'm not going to go crazy in depth on the whole controversy, but basically they claimed the top speed and it was proven to be false. And then they redid the top speed attempt and it was slower, but it was still really fast and really impressive. The SS2 Tuatara has a confirmed top speed of 286.1 miles per hour, which is 460 kilometers per hour, so still top 3 fastest cars ever built. Not bad, America. Now that's all the cars, the fastest American built cars. If I missed any, just leave a comment and let me know, then I'll go check it. It's more than possible for me to have missed a few. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you did enjoy it, just go to my channel, there must be more videos you like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?